You are interested in the unknown, the mysterious, the unexplainable. That is why you are here.
Welcome back to Code RAD, everybody. Today we are going to go back to 1950s New York once again to solve some crimes. First, let's take care of the business. Of course, let me show you my books. There you go. Let's see. How does that look? Interplanet, available now on Fun My Comic. You go there, just search for Interplanet and it will come up. And also Tales of Conspiracy and Madness. That is my book of cosmic horror. Here, let me get a better view. Let's get to the slideshow view. There, I think that is better. All right, yeah, it looks much better. Available on Amazon and hopefully at comic book shows. If you know of a comic book show, local New Jersey area, that you think it would be a good place for me to set up a table and sell my comic book and my book of scary stories, let me know. And I need to start doing that, not rely on the internet for all my sales. So we're back to DECOY, the syndicated program from the 1990s about Casey Jones, a woman cop who is out there specializing in solving crimes that needs that feminine touch to do. I would like to start off with a brief introduction to this episode, which a voiceover narration explains the plot much better than I could. Let's see. Here we go. There's Beverly Garland, our star, signaling to her cop partner.
The first reports from the stores had us guessing. Was the new wave of shoplifting a series of clever singles or the work of an organized ring? It was my assignment to find out.
Now, this episode does not have as many great shots of New York City, so I'm letting this intro run a little long. There goes a shoplifter. You see she's looking over her shoulder. She's a strange woman following her right into the building. So some neat shots of New York City. Hybrid flowers. That was a cool sign. I wonder if it's still there. And so there you have the setup. A wave of shoplifting has hit New York City, and Casey Jones is on the job. Is it are the crimes unrelated, or is it all a part of a big plan? Well, that is what we're going to find out in this episode. Sort of. It takes a strange detour, which is cool, involving poison. But let's watch the next video, the next scene, which I think does a great job of. I'm also a fan of spy fiction, and this scene has a bit of that. The cop or the spy, whatever, trying to infiltrate a mob by pretending to be one of them, a mob, a gang, whatever. Let's see if I can smoothly do this. All right, very nice. Next video. I think it's very good acting from our main actress.
Anyway, there was this little booster got hot and
So yeah, she calls criminals boosters several times. I mean, I've of course heard of boosting a bank or something like that, but in this show, at least, that is the vernacular for a crook, a booster. And she's now in the apartment of that lady, and I think she will actually explain it better than I can.
Chicago and got hungry in New York and decided to try a heist all on a little loan. Pretty soon she's drooling over these two pieces, a white gold job and a platinum misty, and everything's perfect for the snatch. At least that's what she thinks. Then all of a sudden somebody shoves an umbrella in the escalator. Well, people start hollering, the dicks come running, and the little booster from Chicago turns to look. And then guess what? By the time she turns around again, A local booster is walking off with those 2 watches like she'd won them at Sunday school.
All right. So, in case it's not totally clear, the little booster she's talking about is herself. This is her way to pretend to be a crook and find out what is going on. Is this lady on her own, or is she affiliated with other boosters? Coming up soon is a really cool scene featuring a common feature of this kind of show. A boxer who's taken a few 2 shots to the head, and he has fallen into the criminal life. I meant to show a picture from After Dark, My Sweet, a movie from about 1990, based on a Jim Thompson novel, I think. It was a Jason Patric, Rachel Ward movie, a great little neo-noir that I somehow missed, that where Jason Patric plays a boxer who took a few too many shots to the head and is falls in with a bad element. And so we have a similar vibe going on here in this episode of Decoy. Amazing how much they get into this 25 minutes. A shoplifting crime wave. You got a boxer who has the mentality of a child, and then you get into some deeper stuff, as I foreshadowed. But let's take a look at this quick scene. I know I'm showing a lot of scenes from the show, but they just have so many good ones that I could not do.
Anyway.
There we go with that one again, trying to avoid that happening. I think this is the correct one.
Hello, Jerry. Hey, ain't you Jerry Ryan?
All right. So the boxer who's taken a few too many shots to the head, and Jerry Ryan is her alias for this caper, for this infiltration job. I'm not related to Voyager fame or Nexium cult scandal. So he, and another thing I will commend this episode on is that I did not predict his character arc. Even though he works for criminals, he's obviously a child, which mentally. So I thought I knew where his character was going with this episode, but I was wrong. So some nice plot twists in this quick 25-minute slice of New York noir from the 50s. So our boxer delivers a message saying that she has to go and rob a fur coat. And so talk about a anachronistic scene. I mean, not anachronistic for the 1950s, but I don't think too many department stores have fur departments anymore, which is where she is casing the joint. You see a beautiful fur coat there in the background on a mannequin. In Philadelphia, the major Center City Macy's is about to close. Who knows? Could be closed already. Really sad. It was sort of the ground zero of massive American retail. The John Wanamaker building. There's a statue of John Wanamaker across the street at City Hall. And it beautiful building, a major part of American history. I guess be transformed into condos soon. Very sad. But here we have the same idea. Who knows? It could be a Wanamaker's in New York. They had them there. And a fur coat. Something that, I mean, can you even buy a fur coat anymore? I bet you can, but you're not going to walk into a Macy's or other department store and see a whole fur coat department. Here is the crime lord. I thought he was Russian at first, but I believe they make a mention that he is German. And there are fearless cop is with a fur coat on that I guess she just wore out of the department store. She talks about being very nervous, like the police department had not arranged anything with the store. She just had to actually go and lift the coat, or boost it, as we say in 1950s New York. And he, our crime boss here has a different idea. He is not interested in recruiting Casey to do shoplifting. And this fellow, he's a policeman. I included him in the slideshow because he has the wisdom to say that money is so addicting to some people, it has the effect of dope or booze. So remember, kids, don't get hooked on money. Some people want it so badly, they are like dope fiends or alcoholics. And so here we have a climactic scene. I don't want to spoil the episode too badly. There is our boxer, there is our cop, and they have a final scene near the end. I don't want to give it up, but if you're a fan of old noir, maybe you don't have time to pop in a Humphrey Bogart movie, or some Raymond Chandler based movie, something like that. Don't have time for the Maltese Falcon. I guess Maltese Falcon is the only Sam Spade movie. There's got to be others. I think it was the only full Sam Spade book. But you don't have time for a whole movie. I would say popping in one of these episodes would be, would give you your noir fix for the evening. I guess other cop shows may have done it. I don't know about these old time cop shows. Do other black and white cop shows from the 1950s have this feeling? I guess they probably would. Let me know. So I guess that is all for today. Probably spending too much time talking about a 25-minute show. I hope you enjoy, and I will come back soon with something different. So long, everybody.